had no idea where you ended up. This is how it was viewed in my family. And then on my first day as a PhD student for the National Institute of Public Health here in Holland, I was told these are the 4 titles of your first 4 articles. That was like a slap in the face to me and my view of science. And fortunately, I resisted to any genes, artistic genes that wanted to express themselves, and I still resist those very strongly. So I have absolutely nothing with arts, but I am a scientist, and I work here at Leiden University for the Media Technology program together with Edwin and Bas, who was here this morning, and Taco, who had to leave earlier, and some other people. And how I see our endeavor is the following: we create opportunities for artists to engage in science, and I've been keeping tabs of you all, those of you who spoke before me. Every example that you showed had an artistic context, could be evaluated within an artistic context. And this is typically not my work. I don't create stuff that can be evaluated in an artistic context. Your work can also be evaluated in a scientific context. Those are the ones that put a little S there as well. And definitely so, and maybe even more so than I'm willing to admit. But anyway, you're all, this is not what I do. I don't create art, I create science. How I do it, how we do it actually, me and my colleagues, is 2 ways. First of all, we admit artists into a Master of Science program, clear. That's it. You don't need to have some scientific knowledge whatsoever. You're an artist? Sure, come ahead, join us. That's a thing that's quite uncommon in Holland, very uncommon actually to do. And we see that it works. The second way is we use arts teachers to teach a student. So basically we teach as if it were art education, however the content is about science. And the project I'd like to show you, well, I don't create art, so I don't have any images to show you. I could show you a scientific article that was published in a journal, but it's quite boring. So whenever I mention it, this is just a movie poster, The Blob. It's a project, yes, 1 minute, thank you. It's a project done by a student in our program who had the highest ever grade obtained within our program for his master's thesis. It's not called The Blob, it's just an image I found. It's about abstract expressions of effect. Very good scientific project. Kicked him off on a PhD course. It's really, how do you design a robot with no zoomorphical properties to express effects nonetheless? This is now, can be considered a relatively upcoming field of science. It was kickstarted by a student in our program who had no scientific background when he entered the program. He was a pure artist. And he wrote 2 journal articles during the 2 years in the program. He does very well. This is the type of art-science collaboration that I personally like. Well, I like what you do, I'm sure. Well, whatever, yeah. But I like what I do as well, which is completely different, I guess. You may not agree, but